Hi, Cancer, or anyone watching for Cancer. Welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Chanel. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to read for you. So we're taking a look at your love life, Cancer. This should resonate whenever you find it. I don't have a specific timeline for this reading. So let's see what is going on with you. Bottom of your deck, Page of Swords in reverse. So it looks like there's some confusion in your life at this time, probably around why things are happening the way they're happening. You had the Hangman come out in the reverse with the Queen of Wands and the High Priestess. So again, more confusion around a commitment or a partnership. I feel like with this Queen of Wands right in the middle of your top row, you're trying to feel empowered, right? You're trying to remind yourself that whatever you have going on in your life, perhaps it has less to do with you and more to do with your partner, is what this looks like to me, because there's a lot of unknowns. But at the same time, what I really like about this is that you're standing in your power. You're not allowing yourself to just be taken along for a ride with the Hangman in the reverse. It's like, okay, I see where this person could be coming from, but at the same time, I want what I want, or this is what's fair to me. I feel like the hard part about this spread is that if the person that is coming up in your energy doesn't change, then there's not a whole lot that you can do with this person. It looks like you've gone as far as you're willing to go. And even though you still have questions, perhaps, about why the connection is playing out the way it is, you're not willing to make a lot of concessions for this person's behavior. You're not willing to really move towards them in any fashion because it's like, okay, I've done the most. I've done everything that I can do at this time. I think that you're also kind of in a space of waiting for this person to realize how badly they've messed up, right? Because oftentimes when the Hanging Man comes out reversed, that's somebody who comes to the realization of like, okay, I see your perspective, I see your point of view, I'm the one in the wrong. So it's like you're standing your ground for the time being, kind of just waiting for this person to figure out how badly they've screwed up, is what this looks like to me, because the bottom of your deck is showing that someone misjudged a situation. Now, that could have been you, it could have been this person. I feel like perhaps you're feeling as though you misjudged this person, and it looks like this person has made some sort of mistake. There was an opportunity for a relationship, or perhaps you were in a relationship with this person, with what I'm seeing here. But the difficulty is like with this Four of Wands in this particular deck, there's one person. And usually there's two, right? But right here, we've got our Nine of Pentacles reverse and our Queen of Pentacles reverse. So it's like the woman never got to the wedding, right? Not saying that if you're a feminine energy, you ghosted, but this is almost like this person keeps backing up or taking a step back every time you take a step towards them. And so I feel like for you, that's confusing because there's an energy here of feeling like, okay, my days of being single are over. I'm not alone. I'm with this person. This person looks like that's what they want. But then at the same time, there's this energy of not being able to commit to them, or for whatever reason, you can never quite get to that 10 of Pentacles, right? We have these two cards here where it's always the woman holding the Pentacles. And she goes from the 9 to the 1, right, as the queen. However, it's in reverse, which is showing me that the masculine energy, it's almost like he's withholding a commitment. And it could be a feminine energy too, so take it however it resonates. But this is someone who's more like action oriented. But then as soon as you start, like I said, moving towards them, it feels like they move back. They have everything you want. There's the castle, there's the offer. But for whatever reason, it's like something needs to change. I feel like before you could become a part of this scene that the Four of Wands is showing. And I think with the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the difficulty here is like, will that change ever happen? Also, what would have to incite that change? If this person changed, would you want to deal with them based on what you've already seen? You know, you're harnessing Wands energy. So if your person has been in the Wands, sometimes that can come off as like very selfish or self-absorbed. because wands do talk a lot about like your self-image or your perspective of yourself. So it's almost like when you showed up as yourself, this person, it feels like with the page of swords in the reverse, kind of sent you off or sold you a dream. And now you're in a space of adopting their similar behavior, right? You've transitioned from being this pentacles energy of like, I'm here, I'm solid, I'm safe, I want this for the long term, to being a wands energy where it's like, if you want me, you have to show me. You have to take some action. You have to come and get me, because I feel like you've done something to me that isn't going to get fixed until you come back and either explain yourself or apologize. So kind of a difficult energy to be in, but I do like the way that you guys are pivoting and you're not allowing this to just be like the end of you, right? If anything, this is kind of like the Phoenix energy where unfortunately when you were in the Pentacles, you got kind of trampled on, right? But you're not staying down. If anything, you're building yourself up and you're like, I don't know what the future holds for this connection, but I also know that I need to shift the way I've been treating this person. I need to shift the way I've been doing this connection, and that there's nothing more for me to do at this time but keep moving forward with or without this person, right? So very powerful energy, even though it feels like you guys are going through a lot. I'm sorry about that. But I do love the way that you're dealing with this, right? You're really standing in your power, kind of drawing your line in the sand and being like, this is what I deserve. And, you know, until you show up correctly, there isn't a whole lot more to talk about here, right? Now, as I'm looking into your opportunity, you have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity for something real here. However, I would caution that you are coming in with kind of your A game, like Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, very, you know, invested. Whereas this Knight of Pentacles is like, okay, well, I'll be with you, but we need to slow down the pace. I'll be with you, but we need to see where it goes, right? And so, yeah, that's an opportunity. And if it's coming from the right person, you might be open to that, but you may not, right? You might not like the pace that the relationship would be taking if you let this person dictate the flow, right? Or dictate the course. So you do have an opportunity to kind of figure out the direction of this relationship. I feel like as you're watching this video, whether it's in the next few weeks or what, if you're not talking to this person with some of the cards I'm seeing, I do feel like you'll have an opportunity to speak to them. I think that this person will probably be the one to reach out to you with the Magician, right? Because you've transitioned into the Wands energy, but I don't think they're going to like that, to be honest with you, right? Because when you're in the dynamic of like the runner chaser, and then you become like, you know, the person that's not chasing anymore, they just run. And then they'll run and run and run until they see you're not there anymore, right? So I feel like this person is going to end up shifting into the energy that you originally had when you started dealing with this connection, which is that more stable, solid Pentacles energy, right? I kind of like that though, because it's almost like you beat them at their own game, or you match their vibe to the point that they had to pivot themselves because they saw that the old paradigm of like their behavior of ghosting or moving away very quickly wasn't working, right? Now, Two of Cups in reverse for your obstacle. If this person has already shown you that they have a tendency to move backwards when you get closer, is that going to be something that you could be comfortable reconciling with, right? Oftentimes when Two of Cups comes out in the reverse, it can indicate a partnership that would be really great. However, there's something in between them, right? And with your something to consider, Three of Pentacles, that would be that third pentacle. What's between you? Well, that could be a lot of things. That could be this person's commitment issues, their baggage, could even be an ex. Three of Pentacles talks about like taking things public, working on something for the long term, perhaps having some sort of commitment. So is this person ready for a commitment, right? Is this person somebody that you could see yourself with after the way that they've already kind of shown you that they'll lead you on into thinking like, okay, this is what I want. Just kidding. No, I'm gone, right? So kind of a difficult obstacle. Let's take a look at that and see if we can get any more information. That's exactly it. Six of Swords in the reverse. So is this person going to be the kind of person that gets triggered? And as soon as you feel like you're making progress with them, are they going to take a step back very quickly, right? because you don't know with the Page of Swords in the reverse. It's like everything about what they've done has kind of raised your suspicions or made you feel like you shouldn't have let your guard down to them already, right? So how could this be repaired? Well, that's the difficult part. Three of Pentacles is partnership, right? If this person isn't willing to do the work to get to the bottom of this energy where they feel like they have to one up people or very abruptly shut them out with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, what could you build, right? Let's clarify your advice card or your something to consider. King of Pentacles in the reverse. That's exactly it. Is this person even worth your time, right? Because if you think about it, you guys were coming in with Nine of Pentacles energy. So you're like the total package. The only thing missing is a ring on your finger or a long-term commitment, but you have your life together. Now, this person, King of Pentacles in the reverse, they could have a stable career or they could have a savings account or whatever. But if emotionally they can't match your Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy, is this person the match for you, right? And if anything, when you are in the upright in a Pentacles energy and you're very stable and you're very secure in who you are and where you're going and what you want, and you start dealing with someone who's a Pentacles in the reverse energy, it makes it really hard to maintain the stability that you have because they start to kind of affect like your self-esteem. They start to affect your vision, your goals, right? Everything that's important to you. This feels like this is someone that would detract from that because you won't be able to stay focused on like what you love or what's important to you if you're always worrying about what is this person doing? Are they coming? Are they going? Why haven't they replied? Why did they leave me on red? That very much is that Page of Swords energy where it's knocking you out of alignment to the point that you're like, do I need to look at this person's social media? I kind of want to see if their car is parked outside their house. Are they ignoring me? Right? So is this somebody that you could actually build with? You know, maybe they look great on paper, but if they don't have what you need, does it matter? You know, I'm going to take this over to the extended reading because I'm super curious to find out how this person feels and maybe get to the bottom of why they are exhibiting this running energy. For some of you, this is a twin flame dynamic and you're just dealing with a very unawakened masculine energy. For others of you, this could be somebody that just is really not worth your time. I'd be super mindful of what you want to do next, just based on the fact that King of Pentacles in the reverse kind of sucks, in my opinion. Especially if the best they're coming in with is like a knight. Okay, whoopee. You guys were in a really solid, stable energy of like being wife or husband material. So I'm going to put the extended reading preview at the end. I will see you all soon. And in the meantime, you take very good care of yourselves. Bye. Hi there, and thank you so much for joining me for your extended reading. So, wow, bottom of your person's deck, the Star, the Sun, Eight of Cups in the reverse, King of Wands in the reverse. Let's see what's behind King of Wands. Ace of Wands. Okay, so this person, they're coming to quite a few realizations, actually. The first one, because it looks like with this Four of Swords that you're not speaking at this time, this person thought that they could just very abruptly get you out of their system or very quickly leave. So even if you haven't been talking to this person for like a couple of months or even a year, this is somebody who really thought that, well, they thought a few things. They thought that they would be fine without you. They felt like they could find someone to kind of replace what you were giving to them. Even if they couldn't particularly find another you, it was like they didn't recognize that all energy and all connections are not the same, right? There's kind of this energy of feeling like, well, I can always have sex with someone else. I can always spend time with someone different if I'm bored. But what they didn't count on was the level of the connection that they felt with you. That's not something that comes around easily, right? Like meeting someone where you have a really deep connection, that can be like a once in a lifetime situation for some people. And if you're lucky, maybe you meet a couple people like that, but it's not your dime a dozen, every Tinder match is going to feel that way, right? And so what I think is that before this person met you, they had not had a connection like that. And so they took it for granted because usually when they have a partner, they can replace them, right?